Beaming Kate gazes lovingly at sleeping Prince Louis as she and William attend his christening in their first appearance as a family of 5, but the Queen misses big day. A beaming Duchess of Cambridge cradled Prince Louis in her arms as she carried him home following his christening on Monday afternoon. Proud mother Kate, 36, gazed adoringly at her 11-week-old son as she left intimate service at Chapel Royal at St James's Palace, London, alongside a select group of family and close friends. By her side was her husband the Duke of Cambridge, 36, who held hands with their oldest children Prince George, 4, and Princess Charlotte, 3, as they made their first public appearance as a family of 5. The family led guests including the Duke and Duchess of Sussex from the chapel into Clarence House, where they will host a private afternoon tea. Also present were Prince Louis' godparents and family members including Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall, Michael, and Carol Middleton, and James and Pippa Matthews. Notably absent were the Queen, 92, and the Duke of Edinburgh, 97, who were forced to miss their great-grandson's christening due to a packed royal schedule. Kate arrived holding a sleeping Prince Louis in her arms, while William looked after Prince George and Princess Charlotte. Louis was dressed in the cream, frilly lace royal christening gown, a replica of the intricate robe made for Queen Victoria's eldest daughter in 1841. The Archbishop of Canterbury welcomed the royals outside the chapel, bending down to greet George and Charlotte. William encouraged George and Charlotte to shake hands with Justin Welby and praised his daughter when she dutifully obeyed. The Archbishop, who christened and confirmed the Duchess of Sussex and conducted the royal wedding in May, eagerly greeted Harry and Meghan. The trio exchanged a little banter about the nuptials, prompting a laugh from Meghan. Proud Aunt Pippa Middleton displayed her blooming baby bump in a powder blue dress as she made her way into the service alongside her husband James Matthews, 42. She was earlier spotted heading to the service alongside her cousin Lucy Middleton, who was today named as one of Louis' godparents. The other selected to guide the young prince in his spiritual life Nicholas Van Cutsum, Guy Pelly, Harry Aubrey Fletcher, the Lady Laura Mead, and Hannah Carter. The godparents arrived ahead of the family, shortly before the service at 4 p.m. The Duchess of Cambridge wore a dress by her go-to designer Alexander McQueen for the occasion, finishing the look with a hat by Jane Taylor. Her sister-in-law the Duchess of Sussex wore Ralph Lauren with a hat by Stephen Jones while the Duchess of Cornwall wore Fiona Clare and a hat by Locke. Proud grandmother Carol Middleton wore a hat by London-based milliner Juliette Bottero. The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh missed the small family affair. The decision is understood not to have been taken on health grounds, and to have been mutually agreed by the Queen and the Cambridges some time ago. The Queen, 92, has a busy week ahead, with high-profile celebrations in central London marking the centenary of the RAF on Tuesday, and a visit by U.S. President Donald Trump in Windsor on Friday. The Duke of Edinburgh, 97, has retired from public duties. William and Kate asked Matt Holyoake to be the official photographer at the christening. Mr. Holyoake, an acclaimed portrait photographer, has built a relationship with the royal family after photographing the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh to mark their 70th wedding anniversary last year. Prince Louis was baptized by the Archbishop of Canterbury, the most relevant Justin Welby, who expressed his joy at being asked to conduct the service. He wrote, "I'm delighted and privileged to be christening Prince Louis today, a precious child made in God's image, just as we all are. Please join me in praying for him and his family on this special day." The Archbishop appeared to ask if Prince Louis was asleep when he spoke to the Duchess as the guests made their way to the Chapel Royal. Kate replied that the baby looked very relaxed and peaceful and said, "I hope he stays like this." Meghan was christened and confirmed in the Chapel Royal by the Archbishop, who also married the Suits star and Harry at Windsor in May. The baby prince, Louis Arthur Charles, was born in the private Lindo wing of St Mary's Hospital in Paddington, London, on April 23, St George's Day, weighing 8 pounds 7 ounces. He was welcomed into the Christian faith dressed in the same frilly, cream gown used for George and Charlotte. The robe is a replica of the intricate lace and satin dress made for Queen Victoria's eldest daughter in 1841. George was also christened in the Chapel Royal, but Charlotte was baptized at the Church of St. Mary Magdalene in Sandringham. At the Clarence House reception, guests were said to be served slices of christening cake, which is a tier taken from the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's wedding cake. Such a perfect princess. Cute Charlotte steals the show again with her royal wave, and a very polite handshake with the Archbishop of Canterbury. She's known for stealing the show with her delightful royal wave and confident nature, and today Princess Charlotte didn't disappoint. The little royal, 3, showed off her good manners as she shared a polite handshake with the Archbishop of Canterbury as she arrived for her brother Prince Louis' christening. William was holding Prince George and Princess Charlotte by the hand and could be heard to encourage them as they made their way to the chapel. Charlotte gave a cheery wave as she walked towards the cameras while George looked more hesitant. William encouraged George and Charlotte to shake hands with the Archbishop of Canterbury, before telling her, "Well done." She also shared a handshake with the Dean of the Chapel Royal, the Right Reverend and Right Honourable the Lord Chartres before heading inside. After the ceremony, Charlotte emerged carrying the large Order of Service under her arm and waved sweetly again for the cameras. At the tender age of 3, Charlotte, who was believed to be wearing a 7-pound hairband from Peppa & Co., is already known for her confident and sunny nature. She visited Canada with her parents when she was just 16 months old and charmed the watching world as she cheerfully waved to the crowds. By the time she visited Poland and Germany last July, the youngster was already a pro at royal engagements as she greeted well-wishers, accepted bouquets and even performed her first curtsy. In April, she delighted fans when she accompanied her father and brother to the Lindo wing to meet Prince Louis for the first time and began waving as soon as she stepped out of the family car. Eager to make the most of her moment in the spotlight, she even turned back on the hospital steps to offer a final greeting to the crowds. And at this year's Trooping the Colour, she melted hearts when royal watchers noticed how she stopped clapping on the Buckingham Palace balcony and copied her great-grandmother the Queen by waving. A day later she was pictured enjoying a family day out at the Maserati Royal Charity Polo Trophy at Beaufort Polo Club in Gloucestershire to watch her dad Prince William compete. At one point, mischievous Charlotte made Kate and Autumn Phillips collapse into fits of giggles as she performed an impressive headstand, while a shy George watched on.